By the end of this effect, your spectator might start wearing a tin foil hat. A super impressive self-working trick can be performed with a shuffle deck and is guaranteed to amaze. Don't forget to subscribe, because mastering magic means mastering focus, creativity, and confidence. Okay, let's jump into it. Grab a deck and let's go. Okay, so as ever, let's just kickstart by taking a look at the effect itself, and we're going to start with a shuffled deck. So you can just hand the cards to a spectator. They can shuffle those as much as they like. The cards really are mixed. With that done, the first thing you're going to do is just to quickly visualize the cards. Now this is just to set them in your mind ready for the effect. So you're just going to take a quick look through like so. And during this process, the spectator can also see the cards really are mixed. And once you've visualized the cards, you can just give the deck another quick shuffle, just for good measure. Now, you want the spectator to select a totally random number of cards. So you're just going to take the deck here, you're going to riffle down the side of the cards, and you're going to ask the spectator to stop you at any point. It really is a free choice. So you're just going to riffle like so. Let's say the spectator stops you just here. You're going to take half for yourself and hand the other half to the spectator. You can emphasize this really is a random number of cards. The spectator could have stopped you anywhere. You now want to know though exactly how many cards they've selected. So ask the spectator just to take their cards here and to count them to the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, you want to make sure that you and the spectator are exactly balanced. So you're going to take your cards here and you're going to count the exact same number of cards to the table. In this instance, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And you can just place the rest of the cards to the side. You now want the spectator to select a totally random card, but you want them to mix things up even further in the process. So you're going to demonstrate exactly what you want them to do with your cards over here. So you're going to ask them to take the top card of their pack and just to place it anywhere into the middle that they like. And then to take the bottom card and again to place this anywhere into the middle that they like. And then to take the next top card and to remember this as their selected card. So now the spectator will do exactly the same with their pack just here. They'll take the top card, place it somewhere into the middle. Take the bottom card, place it somewhere into the middle, and then take the top card and remember this as their selected card. So here we can see the Queen of Hearts. Make sure I don't name this card, but ask them just to place it down onto the table, and then you can place the rest of the cards to the side. Now, you can emphasize there's absolutely no way that you could know the identity of this card. Ask the spectator anyway just to take the hand and to place it over the card, keeping it secure and making sure there's no way that you can see it. As the spectator is doing that, you can just take a piece of paper or card and a pen ready to note down a card of your own. And you're just going to ask the spectator to really clearly think of their card, to picture it in their mind, and then just to channel their thoughts. And you're going to try to pick up on those thoughts. So let's see, I think I'm getting a high card, possibly a picture card. And I think also red is coming through, so hearts or diamonds. Okay, I think it could be this, or at least pretty close. And once you've got a card, you can then just place that down on the table. At this point, you can just quickly recap what's happened. From a shuffled deck, the spectator selected a totally random number of cards. Those cards were then mixed further, and they selected one single card just here. You then ask them just to simply think of that card, and you've noted down the identity of one card on the table just here. For the very first time now, you can ask the spectator to reveal their selected card. Of course, in this instance, it was the Queen of Hearts. And now you can reveal that you did possibly actually read their mind, because the card you've noted down right here just happens to be the Queen of Hearts. a mind-reading revelation that's also super easy to perform. So stick around because now I will show you exactly how it works. Okay, so let's take a look at the secret to this effect. The spectator can start by shuffling the cards. They can shuffle the cards as much as they like. They really are mixed. You're then going to take the deck and look through the cards in order to visualize them. Now, in the process of apparently visualizing the cards, you're secretly just going to note the identity of the top card. So here we can see the 7 of clubs, and you're going to remember this as this will be the selected card. Gather the cards back up, and as an extra convincer, you're going to give the deck another quick shuffle. But during the process, you're secretly going to move the top card so that it becomes the 2nd from bottom card. And you can do this with a simple overhand shuffle. Lightly grip the bottom and the top cards with the thumb and index finger and just slide out the rest of the deck so the top card falls on top of the bottom card. And then you can just simply shuffle the rest of the deck on top. With that done, you now want the spectator to select a random number of cards. So you're going to riffle down the side of the deck, asking the spectator to stop you at any point. However, you want the spectator to end up with the bottom half of the deck and with less than half of the cards. So you can start riffling, say halfway down the deck or near there, and you're just going to time it so the spectator asks you to stop during the lower half. Let's say they stop you just here. You'll take the top half of the deck for yourself and hand the lower half to the spectator. You'll now ask the spectator to take their cards and just count them to the table. 1, 2, 3, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now, it doesn't matter how many cards the spectator has. The act of counting just moves the card to be selected, the 7 of clubs in this instance, so that it's now 2nd from the top. You'll now take your pack and you'll just count out the same number of cards, so 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 14, 15, 16, 17. And you can place the rest of the cards to the side. You'll now take your cards here and demonstrate to the spectator what you want them to do. So to take the top card and to place it anywhere into the middle. Take the bottom card and place it anywhere in the middle. And then to take the top card and to remember this as their selected card. So the spectator will now take their pack and do exactly the same. Placing the top card into the middle. Placing the bottom card into the middle. And then they'll take the top card and remember this as their selected card. Of course, this will be the 7 of clubs. Asking the spectator now to think of their card, you can say you're going to pick up on their thoughts as you note down a card of their own. And obviously, all you're going to note down here is the value of the selected card. Of course, in this instance, the 7 of clubs. For the first time, the spectator can now reveal the identity of their selected card. And you can reveal that that's the exact card that you've noted down. In this instance, the 7 of clubs. And there you have it. Remember, magic isn't just about tricks. It's about confidence, creativity, and connection. Every effect you learn builds skills that go far beyond the deck. Keep practicing, keep surprising, and keep on growing. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time, take care.